Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brewster Tizzy here, and I'm back on the Madden 19 Miami Dolphins franchise here. And in today's episode, what we're going to be doing is playing our Week 3 matchup against the 0-2 Oakland Raiders here. So that should be a good matchup, but there's some things I want to get into before I play the game. I've been getting a lot of suggestions about I should up the quarter length. So I've upped it to 10 minutes because I do kind of agree, like, feels like the games are kind of too short and the statistics are kind of like skewed and stuff like that because it's such short quarter length. I had it on before. I used to have it on 7 minutes, so I've upped it to 10 minutes, see if that's better. The only problem is though that these videos are going to be a little bit more lengthy, but who cares. And since it's now week 3, we can finally start getting into the scouting process and looking ahead to next year's draft, and also re-signing some of our big name players here. And I'm not going to be doing a custom draft class or anything. I'm just going to be doing an auto-generated rookies, so let's see how it is. So I'm not going to be going over the whole entire draft board and stuff. I'm just going to be showing you some of the main prospects and some of the people I'm eyeing and stuff like that, because I'll just save that for later in the off season to go over everybody. But really quickly, looking off the top of the bat, so it seems like the #1 prospect in this draft is going to be edge rusher Bryant Pelshak from UCLA, and I'm sure his stats are crazy. And then we have a bunch of other offensive players here. We have a wide receiver #2 overall. We have a running back #3 overall. We have a QB here, Denard Stewart from Texas A&M, and I'll be definitely looking at a lot of QBs here shortly. And we have another edge rusher here from Auburn, another wide receiver, a couple more QBs, a safety, a running back, outside linebacker, another QB, a wide receiver, and another QB. So I'm going to see actually how many first round QBs there are, and wow. So there is definitely no shortage of QBs in this draft, so that is definitely good to see, because I definitely was thinking of potentially moving on from Tannehill or just drafting a quarterback and trying to go into the future with one. So I've scouted Denard Stewart here. He's the #1 ranked QB in this draft of just based off rankings. But it looks like he has an insane arm, A+ throw power, B throw accuracy short, and C+ throw accuracy mid. So not that great accuracy, has a huge arm. And he's projected a mid-second round talent, even though he's projected to go early first round. So that's kind of concerning. Here's the second QB here, Warren Tang from Oklahoma. He's also another strong arm QB. And once again, he has also mid-second round talent as well, despite having good accuracy and also B+ throw power. So not so sure why, but we're going to take a look at the other QBs here. One of them being Benjamin Vollmer. He's a scrambler, and he looks definitely very good. A- break sack, A- throw power, and B+ throw on the run. So he looks a lot better than any of these QBs, so I'll definitely keep an eye on him. Next QB here is Brody Lorig from USC, and he's also a mid-first round talent, so not a bad QB there. We'll look at Leonard Gaines from Florida, and he's a late second round talent, so not that great. So I'm going to stop scouting QBs for the time being, because I don't have enough points to finish off scouting one of these. So I'm going to look at another position real quick. And I'm going to have to change up our scouting so it's not the running back, because right now we're pretty good at running back with Kenyon Drake and Kalen Ballage. So definitely have to change the scout to something else. But right now he's giving us a boost to running back scouting points, so we can scout a running back here. So I'm going to take a look at the #1 overall running back prospect here. He's also the #3 overall whole entire prospect in this draft based off of early rankings, but I only know how to say his first name, Dundrakis Coleman, I guess. He is from Florida, and he's a power back, so that's kind of cool. That goes to UF, not that far from Miami, so let's see how he is. And he definitely looks really good. A- ball carrier vision, A- carrying, and B+ trucking. So we don't have any really points left over, but that's how some of the QBs and that running back looks like. QBs kind of disappointed me. I definitely was looking forward to see one of these strong arm QBs. look better. I really want to see what Denard Stewart likes because I love strong arm QBs, but Benjamin Vollmer here does look very good, and Brody Lorig looks pretty decent as well. So we're just definitely gonna have to keep on scouting QBs and see if there's any like mid-round talents here. Kind of interested to see if Sean Thornton here or Harris Hardings are somewhat decent, or any of these 5th round QBs, because you can definitely find good QBs in the later rounds in Madden drafts here. So right now I'm not going to re-sign anyone, but definitely in the later weeks when I can tell who's really good or who's playing really good and who's not and stuff like that towards the end of the season, I'll definitely start getting into these. But if you want to look really quickly whose contract is ending after this year, we have Cameron Wake, we have William Hayes, we have Juwan James, our right tackle, we have Tony Lippett, AJ Derby, Frank Gore, Jordan Phillips, Gavin Escobar, Stephon Anthony, Brock Osweiler, and a bunch of other low overall players here, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah, just thought I would let you know about that. But here, finally, we'll get into our Week 3 game here against the Oakland Raiders. As you can see, they're 83 overall, we're 76, so it's going to be a tough game. Hopefully it's going to be a good game. Maybe we can keep our undefeated streak going and advance to 3-0, but who knows. Let's get into this game. So welcome everybody to finally our Week 3 matchup here against the Oakland Raiders. Miami Dolphins here back in Miami. So should be a good game. Let's go into this. Here Miami does have the ball to start off the game. First drive on offense, let's see how it goes. We'll start off with a run play here to Jeremy Hill, and he gets nowhere. Actually loses a yard on the play, so definitely not how we want to start off. Alrighty, it is 2nd and 11 here, so after losing 1 yard on the first play, 2nd and 11, Tannehill will dump it off to Gesicki here for the first completion of the game. Gets hit by Joseph, but gains 6 yards on the play. Alrighty, and like many times in our previous games, Dolphins are facing a 3-and-out on their first drive right here. 3rd and 4 here for Miami. Hopefully we can get it. Tannehill in the shotgun, looking around for an open receiver. Tries throwing it and then gets sacked by Bruce Irvin. So we're going to have to punt it. First drive after only 3 plays on offense here. Alrighty, so on comes the Oakland's offense here with Derek Carr at the helm, looking to do some damage here on their first drive on offense. Derek Carr looking around, and the ball's tipped up. Xavier Howard with the pass deflection on the first play. Thought that might have been a chance for an interception, but no one was near in the area. It is 2nd and 10 now after that incompletion on the first play for the Raiders. They're in their shotgun here with DeAndre Washington here at running back. No Marshawn Lynch. And on the second play of the game on defense, Raekwon McMillan intercepts it and takes it all the way for a pick 6. Well, it definitely didn't take that much time to get the turnover party going, as Raekwon McMillan here jumps the route completely, read it all the way. Derek Carr makes a bad pass to DeAndre Washington, and Raekwon McMillan is able to use his speed and run it easily in for a pick 6. So what a start here for the Dolphins defense as they get a pick 6 on the second play on defense here. Nice way to start off the game for this defense, as Jalen Richard here will take the run for 9 yards up the middle. So I was wondering why Marshawn Lynch wasn't in the game, and here's the reason. He has a dislocated knee, and he's still out with the injury, so that kind of sucks for the Raiders. Alrighty, so it is 2nd and 1 now for the Raiders here after a 9-yard rush. Derek Carr here with a play-action play will try to hit Cook on the sideline, and he does. That is a 19-yard completion. So now the Raiders are past the 50-yard line after that completion to Jared Cook for the first down. They'll hand it off once again to Jalen Richard here, and he gets about, say, 7 yards here on the carry. Raiders having some success early on under the center here, and they'll do a halfback draw to Jalen Richard, who gets enough for the first down. So that's another first down here for the Raiders. So Raiders are getting into a rhythm here after that pretty early turnover. Derek Carr finally looking around and completing passes, and that will go to Amari Cooper, but that will be a loss of yardage as that screen exactly didn't work out well for them. -3 yards on the play. Okay, so the Raiders now facing a 2nd and 13 after losing some yards. They'll do a counter to Jalen Richard, who gets a nice hole. Finally tackled there by Bobby McCain, but it will bring up a 3rd down now. So now it's 3rd and 5 here for the Raiders, facing their first 3rd down of the game. Dolphins looking to lock up on defense, and Derek Carr will float it out, and it will be caught by Seth Roberts, my bad, as Rashad Jones tackled him out of bounds. So Raiders are now on the brink of the red zone here after completing a first down catch here, and they'll hand it off here to DeAndre Washington, but Robert Quinn is all over that. -2 loss of yards on the play. And it looks like William Hayes here is injured early on in the game with bruised ribs, so got to keep an eye on that. Hopefully he doesn't end up breaking his ribs. Raiders now facing a 2nd and 12 here after losing some yards on the first play. They'll hand it off again to Jalen Richard, who gets blasted by Bobby McCain in the backfield. And that will lose some more yards again for the Raiders. So the Raiders with back-to-back plays for losses here on this little mini drive as they almost entered the red zone. Anyways, 3rd and 16 for them at the 27-yard line. Derek Carr has all day in the pocket looking around. Still no pressure. Are you kidding me? Finally he throws it, and Bobby McCain is there to break it up. What a play there. Got no pressure, but Bobby McCain and the secondary locked up on defense. Alrighty, so the Raiders field goal unit here out to try kick a field goal to make it a 7-3 game, as Cordrea Tankersley nearly blocks that. Almost blocked it, but the kick is good, and it'll be 7-3 now. So it kind of messed up here with Cordrea Tankersley. I had the chance to block it, but kind of took a really bad angle and went in way too much. Should have went outside to the ball a little bit more, and I dove way too early. So had a chance to block it, but unfortunately was not doing it correctly. So even though the Dolphins have been terrible so far on offense and only have 3 offensive snaps, they're still somehow in the lead. So trying to add on to this lead here. 1st and 10 as the Dolphins take over. Tannehill will find Mike Gesicki on the drag route here, almost picking up a first down, but picks up 8 yards on the play. So now it's 2nd and 2 here for the Dolphins. We'll go with the play-action play. Tannehill rolling out to the right and was trying to get that to Danny Amendola over the middle of the field, but gets hit, unable to complete the pass. And it looks like our kick returner and our 4th-string wide receiver, Jakeem Grant, is going to be out for the game with a lower back string. So that kind of sucks, as he's definitely an explosive kick returner. And just like that, the Dolphins are facing another 3rd down here. 3rd and 2 early on in the drive. We'll try handoff with Kalen Ballage here, and I don't think he picked up the first down. I don't understand why the running game is so terrible. I'm really considering upping the run blocking on the sliders, because I just feel like the run blocking in this game is just terrible, and the defense just automatically block sheds in a second. Can't get anything going on offense. But like I was saying though, the Dolphins at least are locking down on defense. -1 yard rush there by Doug Martin, his first rush of the game, and they'll hand it off again to Doug Martin. Kiko Alonso is all over that, forcing yet again another tackle for a loss. So at least this Dolphins defense is playing great. Back-to-back tackle for losses. Now it's a 3rd and 12 here for the Oakland Raiders, looking to pick up another first down through the air, and they find Martavis Bryant in the seam right there for the first down. So another new acquisition on display there for the Raiders as Martavis Bryant picks up the first down. Kind of unfortunate. I thought we had everything locked up. Anyways, here they'll pass it to Jared Cook, who finds another first down. So Raiders now past the 50-yard line in Dolphins territory, and I don't know if they'll be able to get off this snap, and it looks like it's not. So going to the second quarter, definitely a pretty crazy first quarter on defense. Only score right now is 7-3, and our points have only come through our defense, so definitely worrisome as we have still not picked up a single first down on offense. So the Raiders now coming into the second quarter here, have the ball at the 48-yard line. Derek Carr here passes to Jared Cook, who gets his second consecutive catch here for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 here now for the Oakland Raiders as they get a 4-yard catch on first down. Derek Carr here will hand it off to Jalen Richard, and he gets killed by Cameron Wake right there. What a hit. Cameron Wake just absolutely blasting into the backfield, blowing up the play for a -2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8 here for the Raiders. Derek Carr looking around, passing it, and he'll find Martavis Bryant again, who takes a hit but hangs onto the ball. So 2 huge back-to-back 3rd down conversions from Martavis Bryant. So after that huge catch, Raiders are now at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for them. Derek Carr going with the play-action play here, looking around, and Raekwon McMillan will jump up and get his 2nd interception of the game. Breaks a tackle and is down to the 18-yard line. Raekwon McMillan is just insane. I can't believe the production we are getting out of our linebacking core so far. With the low overalls, you think they would be playing horribly, but Raekwon McMillan and Kiko Alonso have been on fire these games. 2 interceptions already for Raekwon McMillan in this game, and it's only the second quarter. Unbelievable. So for the 3rd straight week in a row, we've had a linebacker with 2+ interceptions in a game. Just only the second quarter. Dolphins now have the ball at the 18-yard line. We'll hand off to Jeremy Hill here. Finally gets positive yardage on a run for 2 yards here. Dolphins here really need to get this offense going. Only had like, what, I think about 10 positive yardage here in the game so far from offense. Anyways, here, 2nd down. Tannehill will try to fire it out to Devontae Parker. Finds him open, but unable to keep in bounds there. And once again here is 3rd down. 3rd and 8 here for the Dolphins. Unable to do anything so far in this game. We'll just try to lob it up to Kenny Stills here. And he tries going up for the catch, but gets knocked down there by, I believe, Rashawn Melvin. And it's another forced punt here on offense. So Dolphins, once again, unable to do anything on offense. Leaves them right back here on defense. I'll hand off to DeAndre Washington here, who had an open hole. Surprised he juked right there. Could have got the first down and more potentially if he had kept running straight. So 2nd and 3 here for the Raiders at the 45-yard line. Once again, they'll go for a run with Doug Martin, and I believe he didn't pick up the first down. 3rd and inches here. So Raiders facing a 3rd and very short here. Under center, Derek Carr. They have Jalen Richard in the backfield here, and right there we almost got the tackle for a loss with Raekwon McMillan. Just barely overran him, and they get the first down. Alrighty, so Raiders here are exactly at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for them, and once again they'll go hand it off to Jalen Richard. Does a spin move and gets downfield for a positive yardage, 6-yard gain. So the Raiders have been slowly but surely moving down the field on us. Haven't been really able to get any big plays, but definitely been moving the chains. And once again here, Doug Martin will get another rush, but only for a couple yards here. So it's 3rd and 1 here for the Raiders once again here. Hopefully we can stop them this time, and it looks like there's a penalty. Maybe a full start on the Raiders here. I'm not so sure.
False start.
And it does look like a false start, so that will back them up 5 yards, so that's definitely good for us. So now it's 3rd and 6 here for the Raiders after getting the false start. What's 3rd and 1? Well, anyways, at the 46-yard line. Hopefully Dolphins can lock up here on 3rd down. Derek Carr will fire it out to Jordy Nelson, and he gets the first catch of the game for him, and it's a first down. So Dolphins defense has been horrible so far on 3rd down. I believe Raiders have got every single conversion so far. Here Derek Carr once again passing, and Jordy Nelson somehow able to bring that in and break a tackle. Alrighty, 2nd and 3 here for the Raiders now at the 27-yard line. Derek Carr in the shotgun, and Martavis Bryant makes an amazing catch but ends up dropping it after Bobby McCain once again breaks up another pass. Alrighty, so it's 3rd and 3 here now for the Raiders after dropping a pass. Martavis Bryant 3rd and 3 for the Raiders, and they'll pass it out, and Rashad Jones gets the interception. Why is he going backwards? I was trying to go forward. That could have been a pick 6, but man decides to put players backwards now. So Rashad Jones here coming up clutch on 3rd down, getting his first interception of the year so far for him. Reads this perfectly, defends Jordy Nelson on that route as well perfectly. And the thing is, it's so weird. I have my controller stick forward, and he decides to go like horizontally backwards, cutting. That could have been a pick 6. No one was in front of him here. Definitely has the speed to outrun people, and unfortunately, not be able to do anything. So that kind of sucks. Alright, so it's time finally for this Dolphins offense to wake up and finally get stuff going. Rashad Jones in this defense has been carrying us all game. Forces an interception, and right there we give it right back to the Raiders. So Obi Melifonwu right there with the interception. I can't believe we just threw that. So really dumb read on my part here. We had Devontae Parker wide open over the middle of the field right there. Instead, I don't know why I forced that to Mike Gesicki in double coverage. I thought he would break on the drag or slant or whatever you want to call that route a little faster, but nope. So that Rashad Jones pick was for absolutely nothing, as the Raiders now have the ball right back where they were just a couple plays ago. 1st and 10 for them at the 30-yard line. Gets stuck with Kiko Alonso on the defensive line, and they find Jordy Nelson over the middle of the field. Wow. So now at the 9-yard line, Raiders are here. 1st and goal for them. They'll do a halfback draw to Jalen Richard. Tries doing a spin move, but Cameron Wake is right there to tackle him. Nice tackle by Cameron Wake. 2nd and goal now from the 7-yard line here for the Raiders. Looks like they're in a jumbo formation. They'll hand off to Doug Martin here, and he gets only about 2 yards as Robert Quinn was right there on the tackle. Alrighty, so it's 3rd and goal here for the Raiders at the 5-yard line. This is kind of an interesting formation. Going with a jumbo, hand it off to Doug Martin, and he gets a touchdown. Wow. I don't know how we just allowed that. Alrighty, so this has been a horrible showing right now by the Dolphins offense. Really need to get stuff going here, as Dolphins haven't done anything here as we dump it off to Kalen Ballage for only about 3 or 2 yards there on the play. Time is winding down, under 1 minute and 40 seconds now. 2nd and 8 here for the Dolphins, and Khalil Mack there almost sacks Brian Tannehill, but he breaks the sack and rushes for a 1st down. Nice play there by Tannehill to avoid the sack. So on the first play of 1st down, we threw an incompletion. So it's 2nd and 10 now from the 37-yard line. Raiders are bringing a blitz though, but we find Mike Gesicki for some positive yardage, at least for 4 yards, I think. Alrighty, so we're going to the hurry up here. Only 1 minute now remaining. 3rd and 5 at the 42-yard line here for the Dolphins. Once again, Raiders are bringing a blitz. We floated out to Mike Gesicki, and it's not in. What? That's incomplete? First of all, I don't know why Tannehill did like a little lob up. I was holding A down for a bullet pass, and Mike Gesicki has the ball right here, has clearly 2 feet down, has possession of the ball, and they say that's incomplete. Alright, so at least the refs are booth reviewing here. They definitely should overturn it, as it was clearly 2 feet in bounds from Mike Gesicki. Here's another angle of the play right there, and it's kind of hard to see what the feet was, but like I showed in the replay, Gesicki was clearly in. So it looks like the refs finally made the good call, and the play was overturned, thankfully, because I was about to get really mad right there if that was incomplete. Anyways, 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Still 3 timeouts, 51 seconds left at halftime. And there's no one open. Tannehill rolling out to the pocket. Finds Devontae Parker on the run here over the middle of the field, and that's definitely for some good yardage. 26 yards. Dolphins in the hurry up here. 35 seconds left and remaining. Go with the play action play here, and Khalil Mack's right in our face, and we finally get a play or pass interference. Thank you.
Pass interference. Defense.
So blatant pass interference there by Obi Melifonwu. So that pass interference call finally put the Dolphins into the red zone here at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. 29 seconds left. We'll hand out to Kalen Ballage here, and he picks up only 2 yards on the play, and we'll burn one of our first timeouts. So we're so close to the end zone here. 6 yards away. 2nd and goal. 24 seconds left. Once again, we'll do another run with Kalen Ballage here, and he gets about 3 yards on the play. So still no touchdown. So now it's 3rd and goal here at the 3-yard line. I really hope we can get a touchdown out of this. Raiders bring a blitz. Well, find Mike Gesicki, who gets the touchdown. Nice throw there. Nice catch. And Dolphins are back on top now. So I don't think the Raiders will be doing anything, although they're in the shotgun. They could be trying for a field goal here. Anyways, Dolphins on defense now after finally scoring our first offensive points of the game, as the Raiders do a little dump off route there. So now it's 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders. Only 7 seconds left. I doubt they do anything big here. Still, let's see what happens as they find Amari Cooper over the middle of the field, and there's 3 seconds left now. So it looks like the Raiders here are going to take a shot at the Hail Mary at the 42-yard line. 3 seconds left. I really hope they don't get this. Derek Carr here dropping deep. Will launch it down the field and is picked off by McDonald. So nice job right there. Backup free safety. And that will bring it into halftime now. So the Raiders will be getting the ball to start off halftime here. So Dolphins defense will be tested once again here. Anyways, first play there is blown up by Raekwon McMillan. Doug Martin has been going nowhere. Raekwon McMillan has definitely had his touch all over this game so far. 2 interceptions, couple of tackle for losses. So it's now 2nd and 12 here for the Raiders. And once again, they'll go with another running play to Jalen Richard, as he only picks up about 2 or 3 yards on the play. So Raiders here are facing a 3rd and 10 here. Coming off halftime, Derek Carr has all day in the pocket, will take a shot deep down the field to Martavis Bryant. Nearly picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Nice play though, not getting burned. So the Dolphins finally force a punt in this game. Get the ball back at the 30-yard line. Let's try and make our offense good here as we hand off to Jeremy Hill. And here's a good hole. Jeremy Hill running straight down the hole. Picks up his first down of the game. Nice run by Jeremy Hill. If only the holes could be that big every single run, we would be doing a lot better. But anyways, 1st and 10 after that nice run by Jeremy Hill. We'll hand it off once again to Jeremy Hill here as he picks up some positive yardage. Only 2 yards though on the rush. And it looks like Danny Amendola sustained bruised ribs on that punt return there. So definitely once again another wide receiver. We're kind of thin already with Jakeem Grant out, so got to keep an eye out on that. Okay, so now it's 2nd and 8 here for the Dolphins offense at the 44-yard line. Looking to finally make some plays happen as we dump it off to A.J. Derby, who nearly picks up the 1st down. So now it's 3rd and inches after that nice catch and run by A.J. Derby at the 48-yard line. We'll hand off to Jeremy Hill here. And finally, he'll get another 1st down as Dolphins convert and move the chains. Dolphins here finally past the 50-yard line at the 46 now, so looking to get some stuff going. Tannehill will just roll out of the pocket here, unable to find anyone. Gets hit late there, and surprised he wasn't injured or didn't fumble, but good job there by Tannehill. Alrighty, so now it is 2nd and 8 after that little run by Tannehill at the 44-yard line here. We'll pass it to Danny Amendola, nearly intercepted though. That was a poor pass. And now that'll bring up a 3rd down. So that was former Chief Derek Johnson almost pulling away with the interception there. Anyways, 3rd and 8 here. Hopefully we can convert this and get into field goal territory at least. Tannehill will fire out to Kenny Stills, and he'll drop it. Are you kidding me? Wow. Alrighty, so Dolphins here will be attempting a huge and very long field goal here. 61-yard field goal for Sanders. At least we'll have 8-mile-per-hour winds here at our backs, so that's kind of good. Anyways, let's see if we can try to get this. And the kick is up, and it doesn't have the leg. I thought that might have carried in, but not good enough, and Raiders have now good starting field position. So once again, another Dolphins drive ending up in no points. So Dolphins here are forced to try to stop the Raiders, and Jalen Richard slips through a tackle, and no one's going to catch him. Jalen Richard with the 50-yard touchdown. Wow. So Dolphins here bring the blitz on 1st down. Cameron Wake unable to tackle him. I'm really surprised. And there was no one else in the middle. Great blocking by the Raiders O-line. And obviously no one's going to be catching Jalen Richard, so that sucks. Alrighty, so here the Raiders are kicking it off after scoring that touchdown. Huge run by Jalen Richard. Danny Amendola, deep to return here. Has some nice blocks, but Danny Amendola is so slow. So I feel like I keep saying this, but this Dolphins offense really needs to step up here. 1st and 10. Raiders just get right back in the lead here. Anyways, we'll hand it off to Kalen Ballage here, and he gets stuffed as he only gains about 1 yard on the play. I don't know what to do. Our running game has just been terrible. I don't know if it's just all Madden being that good, or it's our O-line that's that trash, or it's just the game that running just sucks in here. But anyways, 2nd and 10, we'll dump it off to Kalen Ballage here, and he gets about 6 yards on the catch and run. And it feels like we've been facing a 3rd down every play here. 3rd and 4 at the 34-yard line. Raiders are only rushing 3 here. So we're going to try and run the ball here. And we easily pick up the 1st down with Kalen Ballage. Finally, our running game works. So Dolphins finally picking up a 1st down. Now at the 43-yard line. Let's see if we can do anything here, as Tannehill will try to fit that into Jeremy Hill, but the pass is deflected by Derek Johnson. So it is 2nd and 10 now here from the 43-yard line. Really need to get some stuff going here. Jeremy Hill with the carry, but once again it's just met all by Raiders and only gets 2 yards out of the carry. I feel it's so frustrating running the ball in this game. Anyway, 3rd and 8 here from the 45-yard line. Looks like Raiders are just manning up everyone. Devontae Parker's open, and we finally get the downfield ball with Devontae Parker going. Huge gain on 3rd down, 41 yards. And just like that, Dolphins are in the red zone after that huge 41 catch and run by Devontae Parker's beautiful thrown ball by Tannehill. And here we'll hand off to Jeremy Hill, who has a hole. And he's met there by their safety, but Jeremy Hill at least picks up 8 yards on the rush. Alrighty, so now it is 2nd and 2 here for the Dolphins at the 6-yard line. Jeremy Hill once again getting the handoff and will easily get this touchdown. Dolphins taking the lead right back. Dolphins here now back on defense. Hopefully we don't allow another huge run game or run play like Jalen Richard just had. Here Doug Martin trying to do cuts and gets destroyed by Rashad Jones. Honestly could have had more yards if he just kept running straight up that hole. So now 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders. Looking to pick up this 1st down. And another draw here too. Jalen Richard, who picks up another 1st down and more. Slips through a tackle. And he finally stumbles down on the ground. Jalen Richard is just tearing us up. So Richard now has entered 100 yards for the game so far. Not even done with the 3rd quarter yet. And here again he has another handoff. Luckily though, Raekwon McMillan is there for the tackle. And this looks like it may be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders. Derek Carr under center here will hand it off once again to Jalen Richard. Seems like they're going to him every play. But anyways, that will do it for the 3rd quarter. One last quarter of play here for the game. Hopefully Dolphins can hang on to this lead and continue the undefeated streak. So here to start the 4th quarter, Raiders are facing a 3rd and 6 here at the 47-yard line. Hopefully we can lock up here. Derek Carr looking around and he finds Jordy Nelson once again on the curl route. He spins and goes down the field. Wow. So Jordy Nelson there kills us again on 3rd down. Picks up 24 yards. That definitely was a backbreaker. But anyways, here Raiders at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for them. Derek Carr has all day in the pocket. Will scramble out, and he finds Martavis Bryant, but there is a flag on the play.
Illegal touching.
Wow, so it's illegal touching on Martavis Bryant here. That's definitely a huge break for us. And just in case you guys don't know what illegal touching is, the wide receiver ran out of bounds and touched it out of bounds and ran back and play and caught it, which is illegal, so that's why it was marked and flagged. But anyways, here, Jalen Richard, or actually that was DeAndre Washington on the catch for only 2 yards. So once again here is 3rd down for the Raiders. 3rd and 8 at the 28-yard line. Can we finally stop the Raiders on 3rd down? And no, we can't. Oh, actually, Jared Cook gets popped and he drops it. Wow. Spoke a little bit too early there. So the Raiders field goal unit is back onto the field here to attempt another field goal. about a 50 or 40-yard field goal. Anyways, that kick is easily right down the middle, and the Raiders are now only down by 1 point. So one of the few times here the Dolphins have the ball on offense and actually have the lead. Have been playing kind of catch up the whole entire game. But anyways, hopefully looking for a really long drive here to kind of kill some time. We'll hand off it to Kalen Ballage, and he has a nice hole here. Almost picking up that first down as Mel Fonmu was there for the tackle. So now it is 2nd and 1 after that nice run by Kalen Ballage. Here he is back in the game. We'll hand off once again to him, and he picks up the first down off a 3-yard rush. Nice play there. Okay, so it is now 1st and 10 here for the Dolphins at the 37-yard line, and they'll go with a pass here, and Mike Gesicki's wide open, but we miss him. How do you miss that pass, Tannehill? See, that's the thing that annoys me so much about Tannehill. He makes such great passes all games, and then he'll have a wide receiver wide open, and then just misses him. Anyways, 2nd and 10 after that incompletion. Here we'll try to find Mike Gesicki, but he gets hit just about as he catches it, so that's incomplete. And once again, the Dolphins are facing another 3rd down. 3rd and 10 here now for the Dolphins. And Tannehill will look and try to find Kenny Stills, but he was getting about hit right as he threw it by Khalil Mack with the pressure, and that forces an incompletion. We had him open too. That kills us. So you see here on the previous play, we had Kenny Stills kind of open here as he was breaking downfield, and I believe that was actually Maurice Hurst, my bad, not Khalil Mack. So Maurice Hurst here with the pressure, and Tannehill, right as he throws it, gets hit by Maurice Hurst and forces the incomplete pass. Almost had him for the first down. So the Dolphins have just punted it now for about the 5th or 6th time this game. Anyways, Raiders take over at the 12-yard line here, looking to take back this lead. And he finds DeAndre Washington right over Raekwon McMillan. Thought we would be able to jump that, but it looks like DeAndre Washington is actually shooken up here. He's down on the ground. Anyways, it's 1st and 10 here now for the Raiders after getting that first down. At the 37-yard line, Derek Carr with no one in the backfield, looking around. And once again, I thought we had another chance to get an interception, but Raekwon McMillan doesn't jump or react to that. So the Raiders pick up another big first down here through the air. Thought we had a chance to get another interception. Anyways, 1st and 10. Derek Carr looking around, finds Martavis Bryant, gets hit by Minkah Fitzpatrick, but hangs on to the ball. And just like that, after 3 passing plays, the Raiders are here now in the red zone at the 15-yard line. Hit up to Doug Martin, but Raekwon McMillan is all over that. So now it is 2nd and 12 here for the Raiders at the 17-yard line in the jumbo formation. Doug Martin gets another handoff and only gains about 4 yards, so that will bring up another 3rd down here. And it just feels like the Raiders always gets 3rd down conversions here in this game. 3rd and 9 anyways here for the Raiders at the 13-yard line late in the 4th quarter here. Derek Carr looking around. Still looking. No pressure whatsoever. Are you kidding me? He finally fires it out, and Jalen Richard is unable to catch that as Rashad Jones rips that away from him. So the Raiders here again are out for the field goal. Just a little chip shot, 30-yard field goal, and this will be for the lead. And it looks like it's good. Not blocked. And the Raiders now have a 2-point lead, 23-21. Okay, so once again, this offense takes over as the Dolphins are down in the scoreboard. Just need to get at least into field goal territory to at least try to take this lead back. Tannehill rolling out. Will try to bomb it deep down to Kenny Stills, but Tannehill overthrows him. We had him wide open for the huge play. So right here, we had a couple people open. We could have passed it Danny Amendola, but it looks like he was kind of covered right there. We had Kenny Stills streaking down the field towards the sideline, and Tannehill just puts a little bit too much throw power into that and misses Stills. So after that incompletion, it's now 2nd and 10 here for the Dolphins, looking to do something on offense. And right here, we miss an open Kalen Ballage, and there is a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. And it looks like it's just going to be holding on us, unless it's defensive holding. No, it's Daniel Kilgore with holding. That'll just push us back even more. So once again, these holding calls are just killing us. Pushes us back 10 yards. 2nd and 20 now for the Dolphins here at the 15-yard line. Tannehill looking around, and before we're even able to look and find an open receiver, Khalil Mack just destroys Tannehill. And wow, so it looks like Tannehill got injured on that sack, and in comes Brock Osweiler. Nothing is getting good right now for the Dolphins. Anyways, here, third and very, very long. Brock Osweiler, and it's dropped. Are you kidding me? Wow, so Brock Osweiler unable to convert third down. Not expected him to do anyways. And are you kidding me? Ryan Tannehill has a shoulder tear and will not able to return for this game. And that's going to mean he's going to be out for like 4 weeks. Kenyon Drake has the same injury as well. So nothing is going right now for the Dolphins whatsoever. Tannehill gets injured, unable to do anything on offense, and we're now back on defense here. And hopefully we can try to get a turnover, but here Jordy Nelson hangs on to that curl route. I'm surprised that was. Tony Lippett was all over that. Who knows, maybe Kiko Alonso or Raekwon McMillan can come up clutch once again this week. We really need a turnover. Anyways, 1st and 10 for the Raiders as they'll hand it off to Jalen Richard once again, but nice tackle there by William Hayes, I believe. So it looks like the Raiders here are trying to run down and bleed this clock. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left here. Derek Carr looking around for a pass. Will test Bobby McCain deep, and Bobby McCain comes up with the interception. Huge play from Bobby McCain on the contested jump ball, and he ends up over Amari Cooper with the ball. What a play. So somehow, miraculously, Dolphins are still somewhat in this game, barely clinging on. 2nd and 9 after only a 1-yard rush on the first play. And Kalen Ballage here tries to get yardage, but gets popped only for 2 yards. So tried running it on the first 2 plays, trying to get some yards. Well, apparently that doesn't work whatsoever. 3rd and 7 now. Brock Osweiler faced with the biggest moment so far of his Dolphins career. Anyways, we'll find Albert Wilson, but that won't be enough for the first down. And the Dolphins will be going for it here on 4th and 2. Very risky move, but we need this first down. Anyways, 4th and 2 here. Brock Osweiler unable to do anything. No one was open and gets sacked by Bruce Irvin. Are you kidding me? So I was hoping here that Ballage would actually go on the route that running backs do on 4 verts, but instead he just stands here for pass protection. Doesn't even help as we get sacked anyways. Just stands in the middle of the field. And no one was open except maybe Devontae Parker here on the left side. Possibly could have had a step, but still, I don't know how much I trust Brock Osweiler. So the Dolphins are unable to do literally nothing with the ball after they get the turnover from Bobby McCain. Raiders take over after forcing a turnover on downs, but here, nice play by Minkah Fitzpatrick to get him in the backfield. So the game isn't quite over here as we still have 2 minutes left. 2nd down, 1 minute 29 seconds left. So still some hope for us if our defense can make a stop. And are you kidding me? Jalen Richard. And that's the game. Wow. So the Raiders here are now in kneel formation, and I can't believe we seriously couldn't get off of 1 block and make a tackle right there. Jalen Richard somehow gets that first down, and that will do it for week 3, unfortunately. And really oddly, the Raiders are in field goal formation. I don't know if they're actually going to kick it. And no, they are not. So they just let the clock hit all zeros here. And that will do it for our week 3 game. Really disappointing way to end that game as we almost win it, but we lose 23-21 to the Oakland Raiders, and our undefeated season ends right there. But as you can see here from the totals, we got absolutely demolished in every single facet of the game except takeaways, which have been really good for us so far. And sadly, you won't be seeing that man Ryan Tannehill for a couple of weeks after he gets injured and he's out with a shoulder tear, and that's going to put him out for at least 4 weeks. So looking at the stats here, even though we upped the quarter length by 3 minutes, so that's 12 extra minutes of playing time, we still have horrible stats on offense, as Tannehill only goes 10 for 22, 114 yards, 45 completion rating, and 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So definitely a pretty bad game for Tannehill. He missed so many wide open players down the field that could have been huge for us. Then obviously he got hurt late in the game, and we brought in Brock Osweiler, Went 1 for 2, only 5 yards, so not the greatest performance for Brock, obviously. And looking at the rushing numbers, we did actually slightly better than last week. Jeremy Hill with 9 rushes, 35 yards, 1 touchdown. Caleb Balaj with 8 rushes for 29 yards, and Tannehill had 2 rushes for 12 yards. Our leading wide receiver was Devontae Parker, mainly because of that huge catch he got off that streak route he ran. 2 receptions for 67 yards. Mike Gesicki had 5 receptions for 31 yards and the lone receiving touchdown of the game for the Dolphins. Cam Balaj had 2 receptions for 8 yards. AJ Derby with 1 reception for 8 yards. And Albert Wilson also ended up with a reception for 5 yards. Kind of sucks though, as Danny Amendola and Kenny Stills here didn't end up with any receptions in the game. Definitely have to try to integrate the ball with them more. And looking at the defensive numbers, our defense played an okay game. Definitely came up with a lot of turnovers, but unfortunately let up quite a bit of yardage on defense. But anyways here, Raekwon McMillan led the team with total tackles with 14 tackles. So that is a season high for any player so far on the Dolphins. Stephon Anthony with 7. Raekwon McMillan and Kiko Alonso both had 3 tackle for losses. Bobby McCain had 2. Cameron Wake had 1. Minka Fitzpatrick had 1. Robert Quinn also had 1. And also William Hayes. And no one ended up with a sack, so that's kind of concerning that our pass rush was not able to do anything this game. And looking at the interceptions, we ended up getting a lot of them. Raekwon McMillan with 2 of them. Almost had 3. Could have had 3, but didn't react. Also had that 1 pick 6. And TJ McDonald had that 1 interception right before halftime on the Hail Mary. Bobby McCain had the clutch interception. Unfortunately went to waste though because our offense sucks. And Rashad Jones also had an interception. Could have been pick 6, but the physics in this game are just stupid and makes players run backwards. And looking at the Raiders stats now, Derek Carr went 18 for 29, 243 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. So horrible game for him, even though he did get quite a bit passing yards. And Jalen Richard was the main reason why this offense played so well. Had 18 rushes, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. Doug Martin had 10 rushes for 13 yards, so he was unable to do really anything all game, although he did end up with 1 goal line touchdown. And looking at the receiving yards really quickly here, Jordy Nelson led the way for the Raiders with 74 yards off of 5 receptions. Martavis Bryant here could have had more yards, but got the legal touching. Had 64 yards off of 3 receptions. Jared Cook had 63 yards off of 5 receptions. And DeAndre Washington had 27 yards. Seth Roberts with 10 yards. And Amari Cooper, we locked him down. 2 receptions for 5 yards. And looking at the defensive numbers now for the Raiders really quickly. Bruce Irvin had 2 sacks on the game. Khalil Mack with 1. And look at the interceptions. Obi Melifonwu had 1 interception. And just in case you're interested here, Marcus Gilchrist, Mario Edwards, and Carl Joseph led the team in total tackles. So that was definitely a really horrible game. Our defense played once again amazing. But of course our offense, like all other episodes, have been terrible so far. And the worst part about it is right here. Ryan Tannehill, shoulder tear, out 4 weeks, so now we have to deal with Brock Osweiler as our starting QB. So our injury report is just keep adding up and up here. Not looking good. And now we lose our starting QB. Only have Brock Osweiler and Bryce Petty as QBs on the roster. So next week I'm going to have to make another move to add another QB just in case more injuries happen. But thank you guys so much if you watched. Really does mean a lot. Really appreciate it if you have watched this far. I know the video is probably getting pretty lengthy since I've upped the quarter length too, and I was doing the scouting and everything before the game. So I apologize if this is a long video, but if you watch this, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot, even though we lost the game. Dolphins are 2-1 now, and next week we will be playing against the New England Patriots, so that's going to be a hard game, but looking forward to that game. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Definitely enjoying the series so far. If you guys, like I've said in previous videos, if you guys haven't done before, would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe if you haven't. But that will do it. Thank you guys, and peace out.